Hello everyone, we are a group of students from the course SIX 1002 Ethics and Safety. So, we are Group 2 from PBL Slot 1. Our group consists of 5 members, which are Wong Jia En, me myself Ong Qi Wen, Wong Jia En, Loh Jun Kang and Lin Chin Yik. The topic of our poster is Academic Misconduct in Universities. This is our presentation outline for today. It is divided into several sections. First, we will begin by introducing you to our topic, followed by the preliminary decision and similar case. Ong Qi Wen will be presenting the first section. Then, we will discuss the 4 various tests. Wong Jia En will present the harm test while Lin Chin Yik will explain the faith test. Next, Loh Jun Kang is in charge of the professional test, whereas Wong Jia En will explain the last test, which is the publicity test. Finally, we will close our presentation with conclusion and acknowledgement, and Wong Jia En is responsible for the last part. Let's begin with our introduction. There is one student who found out that his supervisor took his discovery credits for granted, and he himself is not even being acknowledged. He felt cheated and suppressed when he got the reply stated that whatever discovered by a subordinate should belong to the supervisor. Obviously, it is a serious exploitation, and we shall try our best to stop this devastating behavior. Else, such academic fraud will become an unhealthy trend. The student can consider several actions: to acquiesce, to complain, to resist, or to leave. In this case, complaining will be a better choice rather than keeping silent. We should prioritize our right to claim for our deserved credits. Our choice to fight against this kind of unethical action is not just for our sake, but also to ensure the quality of our country's research in the future. Next, moving to the preliminary decision, our rudimentary decided action will be lodging a report to the university authorities. This action will be evaluated explicitly via 4 various tests, which are harm test, professional test, publicity test, and faith test. For similar case, in 1978, Vijay Soman was found plagiarizing parts of the manuscript sent by the New England Journal of Medicine for the peer review for his senior colleague, Philip Felix. Then, they published an article on the same topic in the American Journal of Medicine. Philip was denied the plagiarism accusation by mentioning that they had been completed the work prior to receiving the paper for the peer review. Later, it was revealed that they had been plagiarized and fabricated most of the data in the article they published. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Wong Jia En, and now I'm going to present about the harm test. So the harm test is used to identify the essential components of an ethical approach with the aim of maximizing the benefits and minimizing the harm. So in this case, where an academic fraud is conducted, the parties involved are the original author, the supervisor, other students, as well as the university, all in different aspects. As the original author, the students is faced with 2 completely different options to deal with this situation. The first option is to lodge a report to the university authority, while the second option is to keep silent and walk away from his job. Both of these options comes with their benefits, as represented by the plus sign, and harms, as represented by the negative sign. If the original author chooses to lodge a report about this academic fraud, he might be able to claim back his own work as well as gaining recognition for it. This is beneficial in terms of his career prospect. However, if he chooses to remain silent, he will not be able to claim back his work at all and might even lose all the recognition that he deserves. As for the supervisor, if the original author decides to complain about him, he will have to face punishment for his academic misconduct and need to step away from academia. On the other hand, if the student chooses to keep silent, this will bring harm, as the supervisor might continue to conduct academic fraud, yet he can still stay in academia. The decision of the original author also affects other students in terms of their experience. How is it so? Let me explain to you. If the original author chose to report this incident, the other students are less likely to face the same situation, as actions will be taken on the supervisor. This is beneficial in terms of their overall academic experience in the university. However, if the original author chooses not to report it and keeps silent about it, the other students might be the next victim of the academic fraud conducted by the same supervisor. Last but not least, the quality of research of university will be affected as well. By reporting this incident, this can be helpful for the university to identify the people involved in academic fraud. And by eliminating these people from the university, the quality of research can definitely be increased. Otherwise, if the original author chooses to remain silent about this, the quality of research will deteriorate and the reputation of the university will be ruined, as the university do not take actions on those who commit academic fraud.
Hey everyone, my name is Lin Chin. So now I'm going to present the FAIR test. So there are three different types of revision that we are going to discuss for this integral issue. So firstly, Islam is one of the religions that we refer to conduct the FAIR test. The victims took action to fight against the injustice is supported by Islam. So according to Quran 57:25, so we send our messenger with clear sign and send down with them the book and the measure in order to establish justice among the people. So hence it clearly states that the Holy Quran throws light on the importance of justice. So next, the second religion that we refer to is Christianity. So the supervisor should be punished due to that his student discovery credit from granted without acknowledgements. So refer to Leviticus 19:15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgments. You shall not respect the person of the poor or honor the mighty persons. But in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor? Okay, so as a result, regardless of status, everyone who made a mistake must be punished. Finally, the last religion that we refer to is Buddhism. So why would a supervisor like to take the risk of crime which is cheating his students? This is possibly due to the money temptations. So according to Bodhidharma, still others commit all sorts of evil deeds, claiming karma doesn't exist. They evidently maintain that committing evil isn't wrong since everything is empty. Such person fall into a hell of endless darkness with no hope of release. Those who are wise hold no such conceptions. Hence, it shows that the supervisor is blindfolded by evil. Okay, so that is all for me. So now I'm going to pass on to my others groupmate for them to discuss the other parts. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Jhun Kang, U20045996 from Group 2. Now I'm going to discuss the professional test with you. First things first, professional test is some sort of guidelines, laws, or any regulations that is typically carried out in ethical deliberation. Well, in this case, the issue is quite obvious, which is an academic fraud. There are several regulations that can be served as the guidelines in our case. According to Appendix 3.2, Publishing Aspect from University of Malaya Research and Innovation Policy, the author who is going to publish something should follow two rules. First, acknowledge or recognize those who have given any forms of contribution to the research. Secondly, avoid plagiarism, which is taking others' work for granted without consent. In context of law, an officer or a supervisor in this case should not be irresponsible and untrustworthy in their work. Else, they might encounter with disciplinary charge as stated in Regulations 3, Section 2 of Discipline and Surcharge Act 2000. In a current academic forum, Noor Annie, the Vice-Chancellor of UMT, mentioned, these rules and regulations serve as guidelines principles for academicians on the ethics of research and publication, including those concerning supervisors' students' publication. From her talk, this law is definitely suitable to be utilized in our case.
Finally, another ethics test, publicity test. In publicity test, we want to ask a questions. Would you want this option to be published in the newspaper with your name? The answer is yes. This case should be publicized without mentioning the name of the supervisor though, because it can raise awareness of injustice and unethical behavior among the public. The public will be more aware of the issue and prevent themselves from being the next victim of academic fraud. They will be more vigilant when handling their original work by making a hard copy or sign below it. As a result, they will have evidence to present to others if the same issue arises again. Next, the supervisor will feel embarrassed and guilty, yet realize his fault. It will be a good lesson for him to practice ethics in the future. Last but not least, the student will feel relieved to express his concerns. This can disseminate the information that we have our rights to defend our original works from being exploited by others. As a conclusion, our group had consented that the victim should be courageous to voice out his issue or seek professional assistance. The victim should enclose solid evidence to prove his innocence, and the professor or supervisor should be disciplined for his crime. Subsequently, the issue related to academic fraud will be resolved protecting the victim's rights as well as to prevent others from being the next victim. For acknowledgement, we would like to express our gratitude to our facilitator, Dr. Lin Chin Yik, for his guidance and advice to complete this poster. We would also like to thank all lecturers involved in this course, SIX 1002 Ethics and Safety, for imparting beneficial knowledge on scientific ethics. This is our poster. Feel free to take a look at it.